Okay, well, I have recovered from a weekend with the grandson, Cody. And so, whoo, I'm back into my body. I'm out of his world and back into my world. And I want to share with you every Sunday, I teach my university study group, and we start off with affirmations. I want to share with you the affirmations we started off with yesterday. I begin and end my day with peace and ease. I am guided to the right people and the right solutions. I am thankful for God's energy, God's love, power, provision, protection, and grace that surrounds me and my loved ones. I am realizing more and more my power to choose my thoughts, my words, my feelings, and my actions. Renewal. This is springtime. Renewal is happening within me as I release resistance and fear, limited thinking, and procrastination. I'm learning to receive God's goodness. Every day, my energy, my focus, my gratitude, my faith, my courage, and my actions are shifting and moving me to a higher state of well being and abundance. I am truly grateful for this time of growing and introspection. You see, words that we speak to ourselves are so important. We're taught that there's life and there's death in the tongue, and it is so true. So we start off speaking declarations, speaking life over ourselves. And even if our present circumstances are not what we say and what we speak, sooner or later, because of repetition and because of believing it, the mind catches up, and pretty soon we are manifesting and we're seeing these things show up in our lives because we become co-creators with God by speaking life over ourselves. In my session, I'm continuing to talk about depression. I'm good friends with it. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to walk through the valley of grief. I know what it's like to have a dark night of the soul. All of us do because we are human. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we're going to experience, unfortunately, loss and pain, disappointment, resentment. We're living in a world with high competition, a hectic pace, corruption, politics, demands, bills, families. There's so much pressing on us that we become depressed when we suppress how we are feeling. So it's important to know it's okay when you're not having an okay day. But I want to share with you that depression is not a medical problem. It is a social problem. And we are isolated more and more. We are disconnected more and more from nature. We're inside when it's cold. We're inside when it's hot. We're not touching the ground. We're not feeling the sunshine on our skin. We need to go to the ocean, the lake, the river, the forest, the trees. We need to be in touch with nature because it recalibrates our soul and reminds us that there are seasons in life. You see? So I want to reflect on something I learned from an author named Jeff Foster. He said, whenever you say the word depression, when we say depressed, it sounds like deep rest. And that's what we need. There's so many people are suffering from sleep deprivation. They're not getting good sleep. And that is very key to your well-being and your state of mind. And when you are depressed, and it lingers and lingers and lingers, you need to have the skills and not the pills to deal with it. The pharmaceutical industry wants to push the pills, but people like me, we want to help you to get skills, life skills, to understand how this mind works. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. And when we stop to study and understand how the brain functions, when we understand the times that we're living in, when we're so disconnected and living distancing from family and friends and activities and nature, when we lose our status, when we lose our identity from retirement or the empty nest syndrome, or now you were once married, now you're single, those are situations that can cause depression. It is a normal response to an abnormal situation. When you lose a loved one, when love walks out the door, you're going to feel something. Yeah, you're going to feel something. Don't feel ashamed of your emotions. Don't suppress your emotions, because through the suppression comes depression. So I talk about this in my sessions on Sunday, in my university, in my signature Zoom room. Yesterday, I shared with, I think, 10 or 12 things that we need to be aware of so that we can navigate this thing called depression when it comes. Yeah, you can. You can learn some skills. I'm going to talk about 3 of them right now. It's important that you stay connected to the people that bring you life and bring you joy, people that you can resonate with, people not just on Facebook, but face to face. People you can call and talk with and laugh with and pray with and share with and connect heart to heart. It's so important to your well-being. Too many people isolate intentionally, or they're isolated because they're in the hospital, or they live far from relatives, or they've got grudges and secrets, and the imagination makes them think that they're not loved. But you got to build those bridges with people that are important to you. It's so important to your well-being. The second thing to avoid depression is to tap into your creativity. It's important that you do that. It's critical because we are wired that way. We need to do things with our hands. We need to touch the dirt, the gardening, the cooking, the painting, the dancing, writing your poetry, writing your books, designing, doing something creative, helping other people, planning an event. That's creativity. And when you're not doing those things, you don't feel alive. You feel like your life has no meaning. So it's important, it's critical, it's necessary that you tap into your creativity. What makes you feel alive? When are you in the flow zone, when you're just flowing and you have no sense of time? When I'm sitting on the floor with my Cody, my 5-year-old grandson, time just stands still. I'm in a flow and I'm happy. When I'm teaching, when I'm writing, when I'm producing my events. Remember, my retreat is coming up in September. When I'm doing those things, I'm in a flow. I feel there's meaning and purpose in my life. And for those that have no meaning, no purpose, nothing to look forward to, no hope for tomorrow, no hope for their future, it's very easy to become depressed. Yeah. And of course, the other thing that was on my list of 10 is to make sure you connect with nature. Yeah. Get outside, spend time with nature, go to the lake, go to the ocean, go to the river, touch some trees, hug some trees, enjoy your pets. Yeah, it's very healthy. Nature, social connections, creativity. You want to learn more? Sign up for my university. We go on the inside to figure out, what are we feeling? What are we thinking? What are we believing? What's making us tick? What's blocking our blessings? Why are we living with fear? Why are we resisting? Why are we afraid? Why are we stuck in our comfort zone? Why do we believe what people tell us? Why are we people pleasing? How are we healing from our trauma? Because all of these things determine the quality of your life. And I hope that you understand that you matter. Your future matters. This present moment matters. What you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, it matters. And when you do the introspection with me and you begin to understand the strongholds that are keeping you locked and limited, you could begin to make new choices. Won't you join me? Won't you visit my website? Yeah. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. Won't you please share my video messages? Won't you please order my book, Shift Happens? Because it does. It will be a magnificent tool, a magnificent skill that you can learn so you don't need the pills. God bless you and stay in the light.